view of the city as the last quarter is about to get underway. Good crowd in attendance to see the very first game played at Football Park. Umpire Bennett in charge. The tap away comes away of Mobbs. Central Districts right in the attacking zone. Beautiful drop kick from Mobbs up to full forward. No one able to take the mark. Off hands it comes to Howard. Oh, he kicks high. That's a poor kick from Howard. Going over in the direction now of Skinner. Skinner couldn't control it, and the ball runs over the line. There'll be a throw-in on the half-forward flank.
Yes, I think Skinner might have conceded the fact that it was going out of bounds on the full and was going to earn the kick the easy way. Can't take anything away from Lyle Skinner's performance today, though. Very good performance.
Very high, and the Wiltshire Award will be presented on the Channel 9 football show tomorrow at 12 noon. Coming through there was Ashmead, but Charlie Payne trapped the ball beautifully then and kicks deep down to the centre wing position, and Maksimovic, who's been hardly sighted since the first quarter, takes a good mark. Maksimovic from centre wing position down to the half-forward flank. Players set themselves. Saywell's in there. Over the top it comes to this danger player in Mobbs. One bounce by Mobbs. He was retarded, but he gathers the ball in. Goes short. Trying to find Terry Moore. Moore with the chance now. The hand pass over is on. If he can do it. No, he can't. Trying to get around. Well done, Terry Moore, as he gets it over to Sharon now. Sharon all coming through there was Payne. And Sharon lost possession of the ball, and the chance now for North Adelaide to clear. They'll clear it through the person of Franco now. Franco picks up in the back pocket. Coming through there was Mobbs, tried to smother off the boot, couldn't do so. A chance for Vivian. Also high in the Wiltshire Award. In there is Neil Sachs. Over the top it comes to Robinson. Robinson with the run of the ball in towards the North Adelaide goal, but it's O'Connor in the back pocket, takes a timely mark. O'Connor goes wide to Skinner. Skinner up. Geez. Travelled some ground today.
Yeah, has he ever. And every time he's put himself in front for that ball, the right place to be.
Skinner's kick coming down, trying to find Mobbs, but Von Berto in front of Mobbs on that occasion. Von Berto at centre wing position, directs the ball to centre half forward. Players go up, Robram and Andrews, no one able to take it. In there is McGuinness, he should be able to control it. Try to get it out to McCann, 43, but coming through there is Richard Cochran. In comes Tony Castley to lend a hand. A lightning hand pass over in the direction of Ashmead. Ashmead gathers it in, goes wide now to Saywell. Saywell, oh, half volleyed it. Well picked up, Sally Saywell. 5 goals on the board. He goes short, and Jean Sharon takes it at half forward flank position.
He's been a valuable player for Central Districts today, Sharon. Earned a lot of hard balls.
Sharon's high kick, trying to find the high leaping Reed. It goes through his hands, taken there by Franco.
Good decision.
And the free kick will go the way of Graham Reed.
Yes, that is a good decision. Franco had no intention of giving that handball out until he was clear. And with the clutching hands of Graham Reed, there was no way known he was going to get clear. And Reed held on and earned the free kick and the opportunity of putting the 19th goal on the board for Central Districts.
30 metres out, straight in front. Reed favours the drop punt, and he's kicked it offline and through for one behind.
Well, after doing some good work in retarding the North Adelaide defender in Franco to get that free kick, he wasted the opportunity by being too nonchalant about his approach at goal. 5 kicks for Graham Reed at full forward, kicking 3 goals, 1.
Mumford's kick into the outer side of the ground. Players go up. Richard Cochran from behind. He couldn't control it. Allows the player in Franco to come through there. Loses possession of it. Ashmead's there for Central District. Stringer punches the ball away. Gathered in by Skinner. Skinner round onto his left foot. Directs it to Saywell. And Saywell takes the mark.
Well, there's a clear indication of how much distance Skinner has travelled. We saw him not 30 seconds ago take a mark out here on the half-back flank for Centrals, and then he was able to get that kick into the open for his side over on the other side of the ground.
Saywell held the play up then, and Mobbs again seizing the opportunity to run into the space, and Saywell just put it over the top, and Mobbs now with a chance. He's a fair way out from goal. I would say he's out of his kicking range. We'll soon know as he moves in now. What's he going to do? Is he going to give it to someone? No, he's not. He's going for distance. A beautiful kick from Mobbs too. The ball's going to land in the square. Saywell in the square.
That ball dropped a little bit. That favoured Saywell.
Oh, that's the beauty of having a bit of experience and also a little bit of football brain, though, Hayden. He was the player that was prepared to stand in front of the pack for the ball that was going to lose its trajectory, and there it is, Saywell putting the goal through the board, and that's been a great game from this player. On your screen at the moment, would have to be high in the Wiltshire Award. Although he hasn't had very many kicks for the game, he's been a 100% player by making kicks count. He's had 11 kicks and kicked 6 goals, so you can't do much better than that from the position of centre half forward. Marks throughout this game Centrals have dominated the air by taking 72 marks to North Adelaide's 51, and this is one of the main reasons why they've been able to get the scoreboard in the position that they are now. 19-8, 122 to North Adelaide 13-9, 87.
Now trailing by 6 goals, North Adelaide have to pull something out of the bag as it's picked up there, but it's kicked out towards Von Berto. Von Berto takes a mark yards ahead of Sonny Murray. Now Von Berto looks deep into the full forward area, chance for Hearl, but
well
free
done,
kick's
umpire
got to be
Bennett.
Free kick going to
Zorich against Rodney Robran, who put his arm across the face of Zorich before the ball was in range.
Yeah, Zorich kicks it out to the wing, but a mark almost taken there by Phillips, by Stringer. Picked up by Sonny Murray. He ducks around once. He's in a bit of trouble here, but he gets on his left foot finally, looking for Sarong. Beaten by Sarong, beaten, and the ball going over the line. But I think there's going to be a free kick. Sarong's no, it's going North Adelaide's way.
Well, if Centrals can get this ball quickly into attack, Lyle Skinner is right at the point of the diamond.
Barry Robram going up behind Andrews. He hasn't taken many marks since the first quarter. He gets on his left foot, kicks the ball out wide here, looking for Hearl. Hearl's well out in front of his, away from his goal. Back to Barry Robram. Robram gets the ball over to Robinson. Robinson off the duck around. He ducks around Vivian. He's got time to steady. Looks in, put the ball in high. The chance for each. He's in front of the pack, but it comes over the back to Sonny Murray. Murray picks it up, steadily done, Murray. He kicks the ball out the other way. A chance here, over the top goes Hearl and brings down a beauty. That's got to be close to the mark of the day. Over the top of 3 players. Hearl a long way out of his goal. He didn't go back to goal after he came out here earlier in the play. But he's in distance. He's about 30 metres out of goal. North Adelaide banding this one, but it's drifting off. It's not a ball that curls. Drifts off a knife mark, taken on the back by O'Connor.
He's been a thorn in the North Adelaide side all day, Rod O'Connor, and I cannot understand why the player Anderson from North Adelaide has not been down in the scoring area. We've seen him play a number of games this year and takes the big mark around goals and can kick goals.
Now O'Connor kicks it out the direction of a chance here for Robran. Over the top, picked up there by Vivian. Peels for the kick, and his kick's going to go his way. It was Nix. Nix came through, grabbed it and threw the ball out in front. I can't understand either why North Adelaide aren't using more of Robran. He's being beaten, he's being held by Andrews. Andrews using his body. He's got plenty of it, and he's using it on Robran. And at this stage, North Adelaide barely needs someone to lift them in the centre play, and Barry Robran's the player that can do it. Now the kick going the way of Casserly. Casserly breaks clear. He's got a lot of room to steady himself here. Does so, gets the ball out in the direction of Mobbs. Mobbs dropping back on Robinson. Phillips at this stage is playing on Mobbs, I think, but
Sharon this will go to.
Over to Sharon. He's the only one there, but it takes another courageous mark. Sharon has 3 players bearing down him. Neil Sachs coming from behind. 2 players in front, but Sharon, as he did earlier in the third quarter, took a very courageous mark. He kicks the ball short over to Maksimovic. Maksimovic, no, not much further.
Mobbs
closer to goal, but he's centred it. And Central's prepared to take a little bit of time out. Time is running out on North Adelaide. It's a kick, a directed kick this time, going to Reid, and Reid well out in front of Mumford, takes a mark on the chest. A well-directed kick by the big fella Maksimovic. Central's
yes, that was a good piece of play from Maksimovic. He went back and took plenty of time, and then Graham Reid assessed the opportunity and led very quickly to the open spaces, and then the kick from Maksimovic was well directed.
Reid's kick looked good for a start. Looked like it was going straight to the centre, but swung off at the last second and goes through it from behind. North Adelaide Centrals go on to 19-9. They're leading North Adelaide 13-9 and 6 goals behind. North Adelaide needs something in a hurry as Mumford kicks off. Goes high. No one can grab it in the air. Comes down there to Richard Cockram. He gets on his left foot looking for Reid again. This time Reid doesn't quite make it. It's Kleinig has got a chance. He weaves through. Nicely done on his left foot. Hooks it around. It's right in front of goal. 4 players going up for the ball. Over the top, Anderson. He juggles it. Mark not allowed. He gets it off the foot. Reid's got a chance. He picks it up. Picked up by Sable. Sable's got a chance here if he gets clear, but he can't get clear. He's being held and holding the ball, says the umpire.
Yeah, that's a good decision. Sable was trying to keep control of that ball and get clear into the open, but while he was trying to do that, the North Adelaide defenders were hanging on to him.
Now it's Anderson, the player that Noel Teasdale said should have been in the forward pocket, and I feel the same way.
He hasn't done any work on the ball either. That's the surprising part about it.
He's just been wasted down there. He's not a backman anyway, and 2 comes Vivian. Vivian ducking and diving. Goes through, bounces the ball once. He's trying to get himself lined up in front. He does so. He's too quick, this player. He did that with ease. No one intercepted him. And Vivian brings up, I think, his 3rd goal. Vivian, isn't it? 2. 2nd goal.
Great play from Vivian once again. He was the player that was involved in a switch by Tony Casserly. Robinson started the game in dynamic form, and Castley switched Vivian over to him halfway through the first quarter. And since that part of the game, there's only been one lapse in his game, and that was during the third quarter. But during the second quarter, Vivian was dynamic. He really lifted the Central District side, and he was one of the main reasons why they got right on top in that quarter. From his wing, he's had 22 kicks.
Now Moore gets the ball over to Ashmead. Ashmead tries to duck around Payne. He can't do that, gets the handball out, taken by Rodney Rodman. Rodney Rodman now sends the ball in high, deep. Chance for Hearl, but players under the ball. Sonny Morey coming through. He'll be cool about this. He's got plenty of time. Steadies himself, straightens up, looks into the centre to Ashmead. Ashmead on his own there, but no one near him as Barry Robin comes in just a little too late. Not often do you say Morey missed kick, and he didn't miss.
Skinner's on his own, Mobbs is on his own. We'll play nominations again as we did last week with Central Districts. Over to Vivian, it'll go from Mobbs, it does. From Vivian, it'll go to Saywell. Saywell's on his own at centre half forward, he's heard him. Coming in now to lend a hand, it's found the player. Saywell gives it over to Maximovic. Maximovic in towards the goals. Is it curving around? No, it hasn't. And through 4-1 behind.
This happened last week too, you know. We could nominate this the Central's moves as they came down the ground, and it certainly showed out then.
Well, they're certainly the team that's featured in most of the Ron Heath plays of the day, and that's another one that could be considered.
Mumford's kick wide to the outer side of the ground, and Eates takes the mark. 13 goals, 9, 87 points to North Adelaide, trailing Central's 20 goals, 10, 130 points. Richard Cochran coming through there, couldn't take the mark. Through comes Stringer, been a quiet player in the last three quarters, taken now by Richard Cochran, kicks in towards the goals. Howard trying the one-handed mark, couldn't do so, was put under pressure, taken by Sharon, over to Saywell. Saywell in towards the goal, and that's goal number 7.
Well, full credit to Gene Sharon. Although Saywell, the player on your screen, was the player that kicked the goal, Sharon has done the courageous thing all day here today, and there was another one. He was prepared to take the whacks, and his football brain was ticking over. He got the handball out to the elusive Saywell, who was able to put his own 7th goal through the big ones. And Central's in great form, and on this form certainly will feature in the final 5 this year. On the other hand, North Adelaide have got a lot of looking to do at their side if they're going to feature this year.
They haven't even readjusted their side today. They've made very few moves, North Adelaide.
Ball taken away then by Neil Sachs, a left foot kick in towards the full forward position. Coming through there is Billy Cochran, also Hearl. Hearl appeared to take possession of the ball but lost it, and umpire Bennett will come in and bounce.
Little tee to take going on out there. Nothing much in it. I think the players are getting a little tired, and obviously a few of the North Adelaide players would be most frustrated by their performance today.
Bounce down at centre half forward. Up goes Rodney Rodman on this occasion. Barry Rodman trying to take the ball away. He's a trier all the time, but he's been held by Beefy Andrews, and again umpire Bennett calls the play up, and another bounce down. 21 goals, 10, 136 to 13 goals, 9, 87. Barry Rodman over the top of the pack, gets the tap away. Through comes Richard Cochran, couldn't control it, picked up by Skinner. Skinner all the time in the world, steadies, drives the ball wide. Little Ashmead going over the top there of the player in Franco, couldn't take it, but Ashmead in control of the ball now, gets it out to Terry Moore. Terry Moore with a left foot kick. Saywell's on his own there, can he take it? No, he can't on this occasion, but he can get it over to Castley now. No, steadies onto his left foot, try to get it to Castley. The ball's still in play. Castley pushes Howard over the line, and it's a push, and it'll go the way of Howard.
He should have gone for the goal, I think, then, or for the square. He must have heard you, Ron. You gave him a wrong steer.
Well, it was all right 5 seconds before.
Earlier, yeah.
Howard's kick keeps the ball in play over to the outer side of the ground. Von Berto in there, and he pushes the ball over the line, and there'll be another throw-in. Don't forget the Channel 9 football show tomorrow at 12 noon. Total football through until 2 o'clock. Eates and Castley. Eates gets the tap down to Franco. Franco clears for the Roosters down to the centre wing position. Player going up there. Geez, a long, long way away. It's McCann. McCann. McCann with the kick down to the half-forward flank position. Rodney Rodman up over the waiting behind there was Barry Rodman. But through comes Sonny Morey. Well played, Sonny Morey. Put under pressure. Odds against him then, the numbers were too great, and Rodney Rodman to take the free kick. The hand pass over to Von Berto. Von Berto should kick the ball deep into the forward pocket, doesn't do so. Zoric throws himself on top of the ball. Hand passes over to Skinner. Skinner doing it easy at the moment. Back to Billy Cochran. And Cochran clears. The kick down to the centre of the ground. Waiting behind there is Kleinig. Controls the ball well. The hand pass over to Nix. Nix showing a ton of dash.
Mobbs in the centre.
Nix goes to centre half forward. And Castley's there. Mobbs is still on his own. Castley goes short, tries to find Mobbs. He'll get it over to another teammate. Does so. and that's over to Maximovic. He steadies in towards the goals, snaps it in. Saywa with a chance, couldn't take it, and the ball goes out over the line on the full, and the kick to be taken in by Howard.
Central Districts are certainly full of running at the moment. Tony Castley has them very fit, very enthusiastic, and they're not going to stop at any price, whereas North Adelaide, on the other hand, not chasing as well as they should be.
Yeah, Howard's kick high out to the flank, but it's taken there nicely by Cochrane.
Terry Moore.
Terry Moore, is it? Moore looks in the centre to Mobbs, but Mobbs got behind his play. They're all nicely kicked off the in the air by Robinson. Robinson's kick goes way out deep. This time it is Richard Cochrane that marks the ball. Now Richard Cochrane kicks it in high. Mobbs has got a chance. It goes over, reaches ahead. Mobbs puts a short one, very short one into Ashmead. There's one of those one-handed ones at Ashmead's again. He controlled that one. And Ashmead is he's within kicking distance with every chance of bringing up Central District's 22nd goal. Ashmead lines up with his drop punt. It looks good. It's got the distance, but it's a little off to the left, and it goes through for a behind.
Well, Dean Mobbs, the player that set up that, had a quiet first quarter, but has really got on top in the centre of this ground at the moment. He's got complete ability, complete balance, and does something useful with the ball all the time.
Franco's kick goes to the pack, comes off the pack, coming through to Von Berto. Von Berto gets a quick kick going to nowhere, and Nix takes a mark, paying well out of position there for that kick, but it wasn't really his fault. It wasn't a good kick. The ball kicked in now to Skinner. Skinner's got this moving himself all over the place. He looks, of course, to Vivian, and it'll go over to Mobbs if Mobbs is moving quick enough. It does. No, he's looking for Sharon, but Mobbs is still up there with him. The ball thumped away there by Howard. Comes around he's bounced the ball to Schultz, bounces the ball once, kicks the ball deep, not with a lot of purr behind him. Cochrane coming out in front of Hearl. Now it's Andrews that comes through. Does a handball that doesn't really go anywhere. That's what it does. It goes to the wrong player, Robin. Barry Robin's kick goes high. The chance there for North Adelaide coming through hard is Payne, but grabbed by Sonny Morey. Marsh has got a chance, picks it up under pressure, and he puts the ball through.
Well done, Marsh. On 3 occasions now, he's been able to snap quick goals down in that position. Payne was the player that threw his big body into the pack and nearly reefed himself clear, but in doing so, the ball was buffeted to the ground, and Marsh, ever alert in that forward pocket, was able to put through his own 4th goal from 20 kicks. So Marsh has certainly done everything he can to lift his flagging side today. Scoreboard now reads 14-9 North Adelaide, 93 trailing Central Districts, 21-11, 137.
Now North Adelaide, they're a tied side, as Noel teased. I'll say Central's playing on, but it's over to North Adelaide's McCann kicks the ball down, and a nice mark taken there by Marsh in front of Morey. Marsh probably been the better of the 2 Rovers today. He's out of distance. He's a long left foot for a little player, but I don't think he'll quite make the distance here. North Adelaide bad anything a goal, but even with this goal, I think that time's against him in this game. Now his kick, Marsh's kick is in. It's right in the square. It goes through, but it's through offline. Another behind to North Adelaide. The game slipped away from North Adelaide after the first quarter, when they led Central Districts by 1 goal, but then in the second term, Central Districts put on 9 goals to North Adelaide's 4. Now the kick-off going out in the way of Castley over to Richard Cochrane, and I think the kick is going Richard Cochrane's way. No, it's going against him. It's over to Stringer. Stringer's left foot is a wobbly kick in towards the full forward zone. A kick has been picked out there going to Bill Cochrane. It was interfered with as the ball came down to the pack. Cochrane has certainly held Hearl today. I think Hearl's only kicked 2 goals, hasn't he, Noel?
Yes, only 2 goals for the game. It's been a great game from Billy Cochrane at fullback, and he also would have to be considered for the Wiltshire Award. Now
Cochrane's kick is a higher one out towards Moore. Moore in front, but coming through Stringer. Stringer slips and trying to pick it up. Just got a chance to handball over, but he's under a lot of pressure. Does finally get it out. Gets around his right foot, curls it around nicely. No one there. Oh, yes, it is. It's Rodney Robin in front. Over the neck, says the umpire, is Zorich. It was that allowed it. Well, Robin got in front of Zorich, and in his efforts to thump the ball away, infringed over the top. Now, Rodney Robin's got a chance here to put them goal closer, but it's off to the right again, and North Adelaide are now falling into inaccuracy. As I said earlier, it wouldn't matter if they were putting 2 or 3 through at the moment. With a 7-goal deficit in this score, they don't think they can make it up.
I'm certain they can't.
No way. I didn't know.
This is something in Central's, something for them to put down in their record book too. The first side to win it at Football Park. Now the kick-off going out high over the top was Skinner. I think it was that no one can get it here. There's a pile of players around, or someone coming in hard there. The ball kicked off the ground to Payne. Payne's got a chance to pick it up. He's got no one near him. He can kick a steady. He should goal with this one. It's high. The umpire will make the decision. No, it's too much to the right, the left. And it's another behind to North Adelaide. North Adelaide looking weary. Central's a little tired themselves at the moment, but certainly they've had more run in their legs today than North Adelaide. Now it's Sonny Murray that kicks off. Out wide here to Moore. Moore tops the ball with one hand and then grabs it with the second one. Now it'll go over to Vivian. Vivian breaking away all day. He'll take the mark and off and tripped, and there's play on. It's got to be play on. He didn't see the player coming. Over to Robinson. Robinson will try and get around his right foot, gets around Sarong. The handball now over to Barry Robin, who's come down into the play at long last. Now the handball over high to Robinson. Robinson's clear. He'll look into the centre. Rodney Robin on his own. Get away from Beefy Andrews. He's got a chance to clear them right into goal. He does. There's a chance for Von Berto. As they bear down him, Von Berto held his ground nicely. They have Murray and Bill Cockram there. But he took it in true experience. Von Berto, he's been just a player today. He gets kicks all right, but he hasn't been doing a lot with them. He could do something with this one. Should goal with it. It's through the centre. North Adelaide, long last of goal. They've got 15 goals now, 15-12. They trail Central Districts 21-11.
Well, Central District's making a couple of changes at the moment. Russell has come onto the ground for Centrals. I didn't quite pick up who went off. And also Peter Vivian getting a little bit of attention a moment ago. There's the scoreboard. 15-12, 102 North Adelaide. Central Districts 21-11, 137. And Centrals, certainly on today's performance, will be in those final five.
Barry Robin on the ball now. It should have happened a quarter ago. It's too late now. They've lost this game. Philip Ashby comes through, tries to pick the ball up, does it nicely, traps it. It's around his left foot. He's looking into Kleinig. Kleinig takes a mark as he almost took a swing over the top of the neck from Franco. Now he's got a chance here for Reid.
Russell.
Reid, he's got to leave himself loose. And no, it's Russell. Russell just came on. Hasn't been on very long, and he could get himself a sausage roll in the first few minutes of being on the ground.
John Robinson coming off for North Adelaide, and number 39, Ian Tuckey, has gone onto the ground.
The ball kicked by Russell after the left, and Central's score another behind. They go on to 21-12. They're leading North Adelaide 15-12.
I think a bit of credit must be given to John Robinson too. After a dynamic quarter from Peter Vivian, he did fight his way back, and he never ever give in.
Mumford's kick out to Phillips, knocked away there by Moore. Moore's got a chance to get the tap again. He gets the left foot over, looking here for Saywell, but the ball eludes Saywell. Now it's Anderson that picks it up, hits on his left foot. Out here wide, there's a chance for Zorings coming through hard. Vivian's got the ball, he trapped it nicely. He'll go for his run, but he's not quite as quick as he was earlier in the game. Almost picked up there by Reid. Reid's a long way from goal. Gets around his player under a lot of pressure. Pulled it away. Picked up there by... Didn't pick it up.
Marsh.
Marsh. Hurl a long way out of goal. Coming through Charlie Payne. Head down. Board. Kick off the ground as he came through Nix. The free kick going to Marsh.
Marsh with the left foot kick directs it wide, trying to find Barry. Stringer finds that player. He takes the mark, plays on quickly now. Stringer drives the ball deep in towards the full forward position. Pack goes up, no one able to take it. Chance now for Rodney Robin. He can turn around steady. No, he doesn't. He gets a long hand pass over to Hearl. Hearl running straight in towards the goals there. Steadies, but the kick is offline and through for one behind.
And nothing going right for North Adelaide at the moment, but let's give a little bit of credit to the Central District's defence. They've won across half back today with Peter Nix, Beefy Andrews and Zorich. They've been a very good line, and North have found it very difficult to get over that line at all.
Cochrane directing the kick to the grandstand side, trying to find Moore, couldn't do so. In comes Ashmead. He gathers in the ball. Well played, Philip Ashmead. Moore won't get out of his way. Put his own player under pressure. Taken now by Vivian. Over to Zorich. Zorich met the body well then, Zorich. Well done, lad, as he gets the left foot kick into the centre of the ground. Sharon's there, couldn't take it. Through comes Stringer. Can he control it? No, he can't. Overruns it. Russell comes through, tries to work it out to a teammate in Richard Cochrane. He gets it out to Ashmead. Ashmead slow to get the ball on the boot. Tired players, as it's Tuckey that gets the kick away to a full forward position, and up goes the player there, and McCann couldn't take a chance for O'Connor to relieve. He does so with the hand pass, and Zorich with the long kick down to the centre wing position. Wilbur's on, couldn't take that.
Zinovic's off. Now Wilbur's got a chance to get the handball over to Vivian. He does so. Vivian's going to be in trouble, and it'll be a free kick going the way of
Wilson.
He's
Wilson.
A bit hard to pick out here in the shadow, Wilbur. Now he kicks the ball into centre half forward. Reid a long way from goal. Nice kick by Wilson.
Playing at centre half forward now, Reid.
Now Reid gets around. He's pulled by Marsh, and that'll be holding the ball. He shouldn't have played on there. Oh, now Marsh plays on, and the umpire allows it to go. Players are starting to grab each other high, and one that was caught high was Stringer.
Sign of tired players, though, isn't it, Hayden? There's the kick from Stringer. The left foot kick directs it to the half-forward flank position. Howard down on the half-forward flank. Picked up now by Vivian. Vivian, the left foot kick high in the Wiltshire Award, Peter Vivian, as he kicks down to half-forward. Sharon's there. It comes down to Castley in front of the pack. He gets the hand pass over to Skinner. Skinner, who can he give it to? Goes short again. Back to Castley. Castley over to Wilbur. Wilbur's got the opportunity to give it to Russell, and Russell takes the diving mark.
Oh, look at Reid out here.
Ashmead.
Go on to Reid for certain.
Reid. No, smothered off the boot. It comes now to Stringer. Stringer, a right foot kick down the centre wing position. It comes. In there is Rodney Rodman, put under pressure by Beefy Andrews, but Rodman to take the free kick. The hand pass over to Barry, brother Barry. He's tackled by Sonny Murray and will take it.
He looks a bit frustrated today, Barry Rodman.
Yes. Been kept out of the play today, and let's give a lot of credit to Beefy Andrews, who has performed very well on Barry Rodman today.
Rodman runs around Sonny Murray on the mark. One bounce, delivers the ball deep into the forward pocket. Barry Hearl's there. And to North Adelaide's credit also, Noel, they're fighting it out, to say the least, but they've been completely outpointed by Central Districts in the last 3 quarters. Hearl's kick is a beauty too, and that's a goal to North Adelaide.
Yes, a good goal from Barry Hearl, been well held today at full forward, has shifted out to centre half forward now, and Barry Rodman changing on the ball. And both those players have been held in their individual positions. I mentioned just a moment ago, Beefy Andrews has done a great job on Barry Rodman today, put the big body in front of him all the time, and of course Bill Cochran at fullback has well held Hearl.
And that is a lot of cars are starting to move out over the back of the oval here. They're starting to wake up to getting away from this ground, get away fairly early.
Von Berto goes to ground, taken by Russell, over to Wilson. Wilson's left foot kick, beautifully directed. Ashmead's got the run of the ball in towards the open goal, goes short, trying to find Saywell, couldn't do so, and through for one behind.
Trying to give Saywell his 8th goal, I think, and he had plenty of time to balance himself up and line up and kick the goal himself. Unselfish play, but it doesn't always pay off.
21-13, Central's leading North Adelaide 16 goals, 13. Mumford kicks out to the outer side of the ground. Players go up. In there is Reid, number 14. No one able to take it, and it's a free kick. It'll go the way of North Adelaide. McCann, the player, number 43. Don't forget the Channel 9 football show tomorrow at 12 noon. McCann's kick to the centre of the ground. Rodney Rodman's there. The hand pass over to Phillips. Phillips with a left foot kick to the centre half forward position. Zorich comes out from the flank, appear to take the mark. Plays on any rate, gives it over to Vivian. Vivian one bounce, 2 bounces. Plenty of pace still in those legs. A long hand pass over to Kleiny. Kleiny made perfect position in the forward line for the Bulldogs all day as Von Berto relieves. To the centre of the ground it comes. Chance there for Nix. Players getting very, very tired, and Sharon there held around the neck, says umpire Bennett, and Sharon to take the free kick.
Well, he'll think it's his birthday, Gene Sharon. After getting that free kick, I've seen him really take some heavy bumps and miss out on what I considered to be a couple of free kicks today.
Russell goes up, spilt the easiest of marks, comes to the back where Phillips takes it. He gets the right foot kick away. Back to Hearl. Hearl couldn't take it, put under pressure by Andrews there. In comes Murray, but the ball kept in the area there, and umpire Bennett will come in and bounce. With the score, North Adelaide 16-13, 109 leading Central's, trailing Central's 21-13, 139.
Now the ball knocked out to Richard Cochran. Richard Cochran got no one to kick it to, so he kicks towards the boundary, giving a chance for Franco to come through. Franco kicks the ball in the way of Marsh. Ball drops in front of Marsh before he can mark it, and dribbles out over the line in the centre wing position. Can't be much more time left in this game, the first game at Football Park, and the game's certainly been won well by Central Districts as Cochran gets the ball knocked out to Von Berto. Von Berto gets the ball over to a teammate in Phillips. Phillips kicks the ball down to centre half forward, and almost a nice mark. It is a nice mark taken by Hearl, who's been brought out to centre half forward. Hearl well held by Bill Cochran for most of the day at full forward. Now coming into the game a little bit of centre half forward. He kicks the ball to Payne, who leads out uncontested, and Central's at this stage seeing time out. They've got themselves a 5-goal lead here. They've got no trouble. Payne's kick isn't a long one, and marked right on the line by Bill Cochran. It was a wobbly kick, lost height quickly, and Cochran reading the play over the back of the play. He's been one of the best players for Central Districts today. Cochran's kick out wide to Moore in front of the North Adelaide opponents, knocked down there to Von Berto, I think it was, coming through hard was Hearl, picked up there by Sarong. Sarong's kick goes out to a waiting Barry Robin. All on his own out here. Robin started off the game well and quietened down by Andrews. Probably one of the best efforts of the day by Andrews. Is top Barry Robin. As the siren goes, North Adelaide, Central Districts defeating North Adelaide 21-13 to North Adelaide 16-13. Looks like a 29-point victory to North Adelaide, to Central Districts. They've won the first game of Central Park at Football Park. Central Districts certainly deserve this win today.
Hope you enjoyed this telecast from Football Park. Your commentators Noel Teasdale, Hayden Bunton and Ron Kitchen.